Hello and welcome to Network. My name is Spumele Lezundi with your technology and social media news. You can be a part of our tech conversation. That's if you find us on SABC Network on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. News Network at sabc.co.za. This week, our Twitter poll is asking you if you know of any online resources that promote African culture and heritage. This as South Africa is observing Heritage Month in September. We attend the SABC conference that is taking place in Durban. We find out about a local innovator who has developed his own brand of Bluetooth speakers. Our conversation is about the Red Bull Basement series of conferences and events that happen in the tech innovation space around the country. The changing face of telcos in a digital world was this year's theme at SABC. The event took place in Durban recently. The changing face of telcos was the main theme at this year's Southern African Telecommunications Network and Applications Conference, or SABC.
It's an investment in developing a skill base that will really make sure that our ability to participate in the new revolution called the 4IR.
Speakers shared their worry about the inclusion of rural communities. Higher Education Minister Blade Nzimande said previously black-only universities are often left behind.
Some of them even still require assistance with building science infrastructure, for instance. The private sector must come into the party, as is government also is trying to come into the party, so that we are able to elevate. There must be no university that should be actually below a certain minimum standard as far as we are concerned. If as a country we are to have institutions that are going to serve to build a more egalitarian society.
But there isn't much research going on from our students, except that there's more emphasis in terms of the staff members to make sure that they do a lot of research so that we can lead the university into greener pastures.
This was echoed by Communications and Digital Technologies Minister Stella Ndabeni-Abrahams.
As we strive to deliver an effective fourth industrial revolution, what's the new cadre of skills that we require? And of course, data science is crucial to that. Getting lots of people who are graduating, whether it's a computer science and all that, it talks to the new cadreship that we're looking forward so that South Africa can reclaim its rightful place in the fourth industrial revolution.
Postgrad students working on tech research showed off what they do.
I'm working on network function virtualization, which is basically a move from hardware-based networking to a more cloud space.
Looking at how we can use the Internet of Things to assist electric vehicles in predicting energy consumption, especially because electric vehicles is still an upcoming market. We need to look at how we can manage energy, especially because our charging stations in South Africa are very limited. And with the explosion of the fourth industrial revolution and Internet of Things, we can use a lot of those technologies to assist drivers in terms of managing the energy that's in the vehicle.
SABC says they've already started looking at rural communities on the work they do. Nowadays, we listen to music and watch content online wherever we go. So Bluetooth speakers are part of what we do and what we consume in our daily lives. But many of these don't come from the African continent. So we paid someone who has developed his own version of Bluetooth speakers a visit.
Dancing all the way to realizing his dream, Dwalane's love for music led him to pursue his dream of being an entrepreneur. His innovation of portable speakers with Bluetooth is making waves in the city. His delivery system, a simple bicycle.
I said to myself, I've spent so much of my money on these 3 speakers. There's no way I'm going to buy another 4th Bluetooth speaker. Let me study these 3 speakers and see if I can make something durable, something that will really help me to listen to music.
His innovation is opening doors for him to rub shoulders with the high and mighty.
You make a speaker from scratch. My God.
And many prominent people are supporting his work. The Durban University of Technology has provided the young inventor with a workshop. He has employed 6 workers and has sold about 10,000 units of speakers since starting his business 3 years ago.
These speakers, if you have them visible, and they're versatile as well, so we can use them for different purposes while teaching. We could be playing music, we could be picking up FM, so it's versatile, it's creative.
It's a good experience, especially because it's apart from the course I'm doing, so it gives me a lot of different skill.
Dwalane's product has warmed the hearts of many music lovers.
We really need these speakers. I have a lot of customers who like music, and it helps my business.
Even the elderly can't resist the sound. The young entrepreneur is encouraging his peers to use their passions to turn their dreams into reality.
It was great recently to find out that Network has been nominated by the technology startup community in the Southern African Startup Awards. So we went to find out what these awards mean and what the startup community that's been nominated also thinks about these awards.
I walked into an industry and a sector that didn't have a girl my skin color, specifically for the sector I was in and for the stuff that I did. And it was concerning, and I didn't fit the profile of a typical beneficiary. So it was important for me to be able to go forward in the next 5 years, to be able to see a Kia, to see a Lokbonga, a Tabile in industry and be able to recommend them and see them grow in the sector. So the industry immersion program was really designed about getting girls to integrate into the sector. What was integral and important was that we needed them to see how it's like to work, what it's like to build, what it's like to make, understanding the maker movement and space, so that besides the fact that they walk out of university with a degree or diploma, they actually have the practical knowledge, the know-how, and what's required of them in industry. Khagaza Girl Industry Immersion specifically is designed for university girls that are about to graduate, that are on the brink of starting work, and it's about engaging the work environment.
So Open Omnia is an app that breaks down maths problems step by step. So you actually enter in a maths problem and it breaks it down for you. There are notes, there are exercises, so it's actually an all-round app that helps in more than one way. It's not just a solver, but it actually has notes, actually has exercises, and then actually grades you on how you did. Not everyone has the affinity and aptitude for maths, but it's something I strongly encourage you to do. Opens up a lot of opportunities to start, and even after high school opens up more opportunities for you, and so I strongly recommend it. We have so many problems with teachers not being there in high schools. You find that the mathematical literacy in South Africa is very bad, and so before I even look at making money, it was a social justice issue that I wanted to tackle, and so yeah, I felt it appropriate for me to actually tackle that problem.
It is SABC Network on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. It's News Network at sabc.co.za on email. After the break, we chat to Misho Ngobeni from Red Bull Basement about these events and what they actually do for the tech innovation space. Stay with us. Welcome back. Now, Red Bull Basement Hatch took place here in Cape Town recently. We went there to find out what the event is all about. Bandwidth Barn hosted the recent Red Bull Basement.
Well, the purpose of the Cape Innovation and Technology Initiative was to start creating and building a future-fit, inclusive society, specifically through technology and innovation. It's been our mission from the beginning of our 20-year journey, and it remains the same.
Here, there were tech startups who discussed what they do.
The idea of WeSit comes from when I was a student many years ago, a cash-strapped student looking for a way to make money. I really like spending time with children, so I thought, hey, let me explore babysitting. I eventually got a job and more jobs, and I worked in the industry for quite a while. And while I was working, I realized that there is opportunity for tech to get involved.
So what we do, we just do introductions to computer skills and then try and solve one community program through tech. So at the end of each lesson, they have to show what they have or how can they solve a certain problem.
We had 100 students come from 8 different underprivileged schools to UWC. We held a day-long workshop where we just did the basics, digital stories on PowerPoint. So that's and then we had some inspirational speakers, and a lot of these kids, they don't even know how to use PowerPoint, but at the end they left knowing how to use it. So that's one of our highlight events of the year.
Some came to showcase their stuff.
What we aim to do is provide a platform for the youth to get exposed to exponential technologies and also support them throughout the life cycle of becoming an innovator, from design right up to the actual build with components, and also the rapid prototyping part of it, and eventually going to market. So we're all about creating that sort of ecosystem and providing them with the digital and physical platforms to make that a reality.
Red Bull hosts a series of social and tech innovation events in Johannesburg, Durban and Cape Town. Thank you very much for being a part of our network. Why did you see the need to bring Red Bull Basement Hatch to Cape Town?
We did it in Joburg last year and earlier on this year. So last year we came here, we evaluated the space. We had a round table with 10 techies from around here to understand the space first. And based on that, we realized, look, we need to bring it here as well. Cape Town is a good spot for a lot of tech startups happening, tech activities happening, so it only makes sense. But one thing we also picked up is that as much as there's a lot of stuff happening in Cape Town, there are certain people that are not aware of some of the things. So the idea was to expose and some of the makers, hackers in this part of the world, and to showcase to them, to give them a platform to showcase what they're doing, where they would normally not get a platform.
What's Red Bull Basement and Red Bull Basement Hatch?
Red Bull Basement is Red Bull's initiative, social innovation initiative, tailored for the tech space. Its main idea is to link people to the tech world, but also to support the tech ecosystem, especially those that are doing things that are for good. Linking them up with opportunities around that and giving them a platform to showcase their work, to showcase what they're doing, and also to network with other people.
So what are you finding in Cape Town?
Some really interesting stuff. There's the maker station. They really are a different type of maker. So they're not full on, we are tech, electronics type of makers. They still have that element of traditional hardware, wood type of thing. Then we found the thinking guys. They're more industrial design, but they also do a bit of electronics. So they come up with something that you can use, a MIDI that you can use to connect your PC and do some DJing stuff instead of using PC, instead of using your mouse on your PC.
Why do you think Cape Town is known as the tech innovation city of South Africa?
It's almost like a lifestyle here. It's almost like everybody is just building stuff, and the nice thing about building stuff here is you're building and there's investors in the same space, so the people are already checking your stuff, seeing what you're going, easy to connect with them. It's also, I think there's an inspiring element where you're building stuff and you can actually see that there are companies in the same area as you that are building and are getting proper exposure.
And why are you involved in these tech events that you're involved with?
I love being given an opportunity to plug other people. to be given an opportunity to showcase the work of other people. So for me, it's always like, here's a platform. Who can we identify that can actually share the platform, that can use a platform to take what they're working on to the next level?
Maybe if you can tell us about the growth of Red Bull Basement. It started as one event in Johannesburg.
So it started as one event in Joburg as the Hatch. Then the very same year we had the Residency, which was a program to took in 5 projects for a good 2 months, and we got involved in the Red Bull Innovation Festival twice in KZN in Umlazi, and also in the CBD area of Durban, which was actually quite good. The reception was great, different audience, and now we're here in Cape Town.
Mr. Ngobeni, thank you very much for being a part of our network.
This is Mo Flavor from the Afternoon Drive on Metro FM, and you may think that maybe a microphone is my favorite piece of technology, maybe my headphones. No, it's a drone. You know that thing that flies around, it's got a camera, and you can take cool shots, whether you are at a party or in a sports field. The drone for me is one of my coolest, and I've actually got one. It's pretty cool.
Oh, hi. As you can see, I'm trying to get the most out of my day, trying to get this workout in and film this infomercial. And I'm sure you're trying to get the most out of life too. So, what's stopping you? What? Money? Money shouldn't stop you from going on holiday, paying emergency car repairs, or buying that gym equipment that you've always wanted. Get it sorted with a Ubank personal loan of up to 100,000 Rand with flexible repayment terms of up to 60 months. So you can focus on dreaming big and reaching your goals, and Ubank can help you sort out your finances. Get it sorted with a Ubank loan. I've reached my calorie count and finished filming this infomercial. Hashtag get it sorted. Ubank, growing with you.
Now here's what else took place in the rest of the world in the technology space.
25-year-old Mohammed Jaffa lost his left hand in January this year while helping rescue a teenage girl who was kidnapped by a criminal gang. Jaffa was part of a vigilante group formed to protect his neighborhood in Yola, northern Nigeria. But his misfortune did not last. He recently got gifted with a new 3D printed prosthetic arm and is now able to earn a living as a tailor.
This limb has helped reduce the humiliation I used to feel. When I put it on, it covers the part that was cut off from my arm, and most people cannot differentiate between the limb and my real arm. It helps me to do some activities.
Thanks to a team of developers at Yola's Northeast Humanitarian and Innovation Hub, the hub was set up in 2018 by the Nigerian government to encourage tech enthusiasts to find innovative ways to solve some of the region's social problems.
The lab itself hasn't really been operational for more than like 2 months, and we're already impacting close to 6 kids with limbs, including I think a police officer also who lost his limb in the line of duty. We've also provided a 3D limb for him. So it's much cheaper, much cheaper.
3D printing reduces the cost of production compared to conventionally manufactured prosthetics and is also said to offer advanced functionality. The 3D printed prosthetics offered in Yola would cost about $1,000, but the team has given out over 6 prosthetics for free in the region. Alphabet Inc.'s Google and its YouTube video service will pay about $170 million to settle allegations that it broke federal law by collecting personal information about children, the Federal Trade Commission said on Wednesday, September 4th.
Good morning and welcome to the Federal Trade Commission. Today, I am pleased to announce that Google and YouTube have agreed to pay $170 million and to implement strong conduct relief in settlement of an action brought by the FTC and the New York State Attorney General's Office for alleged violations of the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act commonly known as CAPA.
In late August, YouTube announced it will launch YouTube Kids with separate niches for children depending on their ages and designed to exclude disturbing videos. It has no behavioral advertising. YouTube allows companies to create channels which include advertisements that create revenue for both the company and YouTube. And now in the Philippines. The country's boxing champion Manny Pacquiao launched his very own cryptocurrency on Sunday, September 1st at a free concert in Manila, where he serenaded more than 2,000 fans to drum up interest in this product.
I've always wanted to do more for my fans. And through GCOX great business model powered by blockchain technology, I can now reach out to more people all around the world. I will be issuing fun challenges to my fans on a regular basis. So please do me a favor and participate so that I can reward you with loyalty points and you may redeem by exclusive autograph, merchandise, or be invited to my meet and greet session.
The PEG token will be listed on Singapore's global crypto offering exchange and counts Pacquiao and ex-Liverpool and England soccer star Michael Owen as investors. It is deemed the world's first celebrity cryptocurrency. And now we head to the US of A. The account of Twitter Inc. Chief Executive Jack Dorsey was hacked on Friday, August 30th afternoon, sending public tweets and retweets including racial slurs and curse words to 4 million followers. Twitter in a tweet said that it was aware that the account was compromised and investigating what happened. One of the tweets claimed Nazi leader Adolf Hitler was innocent, while others contained racist comments against African Americans and Jews. There was also a tweet suggesting there was a bomb at Twitter's headquarters.
As it is Heritage Month, our Twitter poll this week is asking if you ever use any apps or other online resources to learn more about African heritage and culture. 23% of you say yes, you do. There's 40% of you who say no, you do not. That number is in the majority. At 21% are those of you who say you don't know any. And in last place, at 16%, are people who say this is not important. And that's all we have for you this week. Thank you very much for being a part of our network tonight. It is SABC Network on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. It's News Network at sabc.co.za on email. From me and the rest of the team right here in Cape Town, thank you very much for being a part of our network. Have a good one. It's bye-bye.